What is up, my veggies? My name is VeggieTales Rayman, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be reviewing something I've actually wanted to watch for a while, and was never able to because when I wanted to see it while it was in theaters, but I didn't get to. And the movie was was recently added to Netflix, so I decided to watch it, which was a movie that came out last year called Leap, which honestly was really good. Now, the first thing I thought, is this thing going to be jam-packed with cliches? There were a few, I cannot lie, but what movie nowadays does not have cliches? But this movie was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. Sure, they did implement pop songs into this, but it weren't like overpowering like in Bad Moms, like I reviewed when I reviewed that movie. There were, and the ones they used seemed very fitting for the scenes that they were used in. And one thing I want to comment on is the animation for this movie reminded me a lot of the animation from the Snow Queen. If you guys remember, that's a movie I reviewed a while ago, and I also reviewed the sequel, which I hopefully plan on getting to review the third one eventually. But this movie had a really, I liked this animation much more than I did in the Snow Queen, because one, it was a lot more fluid. I loved the character designs in this. The main character was so likable. At first, when I was watching the movie, I was like, who's the villain in this? I really can't tell. But now that I've actually watched it, I can see who the villain is. And well, when the movie was starting out, I was like, are these guys going to be the villains? Or are these guys going to be the villains? Who's the villain? Is this the villain? Is that the villain? From the trailer, it made it seem like the other ballerina girl, the blonde-headed one, forgotten their names. I thought that she was going to be the villain throughout the movie, but she really wasn't. But this movie was really interesting. It had great animation. The voice acting was spot on. It wasn't really, I don't think it's by a production company I've ever heard of, but this movie was really good. I liked it. The tone was good. The relationship with the characters were good. I really enjoyed the characters, especially the main character. She was so likable. She had a great design too. At first, in the first little bit of the movie, she did give me a bit of an Anna feel from Frozen. Did give me a little bit of feel of that, because she kind of did look like her just a tiny bit. But she did give me a bit of an Anna feel. But besides that, she felt very original. And this movie did wind up going in a direction I was not expecting, which was not really a good thing. But it went with the liar reveal story, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it doesn't really bother me. But still, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the liar reveal story. But they did it, and it was done in a different way that I don't think I personally have seen before. This movie, though, was great. I wish I would have saw it in theaters. Seeing this movie in theaters would have been great. And luckily for me, my local movie theater does a thing during the summer where they put movies back in at the beginning of the summer and all that. So I've told you guys about that in a vlog before, but they put movies back in theaters in the mornings, and you can go see them for like $3. Which is, I'm guaranteed this will be on there, and if it is, you can guarantee I will be in the theater seat watching this again in theaters. Because one, this is a movie, I wish I could have experienced this in theaters. It had a great climax. You also had the falling action, which the way it went down was kind of weird. And then they throw in a little bit of a romance in there at some point, which didn't really go anywhere, which was fine, but it was a little bit distracting. But this movie, I kind of feel like I may have enjoyed a little bit more than the My Little Pony movie. I know, crazy. But do I think this definitely would have gone on my top 12 list of movies of 2017 if I was able to see it in 2017 before I made my list. This was a good movie, though. I cannot lie. There were jokes in there that worked, and it was a very heartfelt film. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I'll probably give this movie a second viewing, maybe even multiple viewings. Maybe I'll even buy the Blu-ray eventually, because this is a really good movie, and I plan on watching it again and again. Hopefully, as long as it's on Netflix, and when they take it off on Netflix, I'll just possibly buy the Blu-ray, because this was that good of a movie, and I have to give it a solid 5 out of 5 ballerinas. I have to, because this is that good of a movie. I wasn't expecting to. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. It was so good. The animation, the characters, the voice acting, the story, the dance number, and the dance moments they had in this movie were really. I feel like the animators really thought those out, and really had the way they moved in the dance sequences they moved very fluidly. The dancing felt in my opinion, felt very real. And just the animation I liked, and there was one scene that almost it didn't bring a tear to my eye, but it almost did. It was so close to making me bringing a tear to my eye. There's also the moment in the film where the characters had to have the misfall where they all argue and stuff like that. But with that being said, this was a good movie. I would very much watch this again. And so that's basically all I have to say for this movie review. I will put a link for you guys to get it on iTunes in the description below. And yeah, so guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please tap the like button down below, subscribe, leave me a comment, and link to my Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, Tumblr, Dailymotion, Twitch, Musical.ly, and LiveMe will all be linked down in the description below. And do not forget to hit that notification button so you'll be notified when I upload videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!